Binaural. You talking to me? I'm talking to you. You talking to me? I'm listening to you. You talking to me? I'm listening to you. You talking to me? I'm listening to you. Talk to me? Talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Mr. Binaural. I'm trying to get this binaural recording project underway. The only thing that's holding back at the moment is the cordless drill. The cordless drill is holding me. Oh, magic! Meow. Sorry, mate. Cordless drill's holding me back. Buy a charger to charge the battery up, which is over there, a charger. And that's been on charge all night, and there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I was just going to check it. Just going to check this battery on the voltmeter. What's 14? I'll set it to. Set it to 200. Be safe. That's positive. That's okay. There's only about, put it to 20. There's only about 3.4 volt in that battery. And it doesn't even budge the, it's not even budging the, internet. I don't even hear a slight squeak. No, it's nothing. Not even a squeak. Nothing. No slight rotation, nothing. Unless the cordless drill's completely knackered, which I don't think it is. Which I'm going to look for plan B. I've got to get another battery, another one of these. That's 14.4 volt. But I want to get this project underway. So I'm trying to look around and thinking for alternative. I haven't got any other. I've got a mini cordless drill, but there won't be enough torque on it to do what I need to do. I just need a cordless drill. I've got drill bits for it. I've got some drill bits here, circular drill bits in here. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. So I'm looking around to see if I've got a. Come on, Magic. Come on, don't get in the way, sweetie. Yeah, so this didn't charge it up very well. Yeah, turn that off. Just gonna turn that off. Probably be good for another battery. But I think the other battery might be a bit kaput. Okay, so I could wire up a load of batteries. That's possible. That's Apollo 13 technology to wire up a load of batteries. Get a few 9-volt batteries. But yeah, would they have enough ampage? Yeah, got to have a battery. That's enough ampage. I've got some charger things around. I've got some other DC things around here. I can't remember where I put them. I think they could go up to a certain voltage, 20 volt or something, and 14 or something. Not sure where I put them. Not sure where I placed them. Oh, this be one of them? No, I don't think that's one of them. Oh, what's that? So another charger for so if this is the original. Hold on, Houston. Just came across that. How many volts does this thing need to power? Oh, this is the original charger for my, what's it? Just found it. I didn't know where it was placed. I thought it was in a cupboard in a bag. How many volts needs a transformer on it? Can't see. Need some light there. So you need another charge thing to plug. I wonder if that's in the kitchen or if it's up there. I have no idea. Oh gosh. Because I was going to look for a little transformer thing. I've got. I think it can go up to 20 volt, and I think it's variable voltage. I didn't use it on this rack system here, did I? No, I don't think I did. Crikey. What's this? I don't think that's for the, what's it? How many volts is this? Is it 12 volt or whatever? Whoopsie. Oh gosh, what's that say? Oh, it's got 12 volt out. Hey, I'll give it a try. That's not the original, what's it? It plugs on to the. I'm pretty sure it's lounging around. I want to get this project underway. It's been a week or so I want to get it underway. It's my camera charger. Where's that battery? Oh, okay, it says red at the moment. I think that changes to green. I'll just leave it there. Might as well stop the video. Otherwise, I was going to find something and put a pair of crocodile clips. Get some, if I could get the crocodile clips in there. Very awkward to get my fingers in there. Yeah, very awkward to get my fingers in there. To get some crocodile clips clipped onto the terminals, and then I could put the circular cutter on there and cut the holes out on that dummy head on the ears, and then a little bit more than that. It's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that. Crikey, it's always one thing delaying one thing and another. Ah, for crying out. So maybe that was not sufficient. I don't know. I'll see how that battery thing goes in. I don't know how long it takes to charge up. 4 hours, maybe 4 hours. I'll just see if that works. Okay. Let's get over there, God's sakes. Okay, stay. Magic, don't touch it. Don't touch it, Magic. Once the water's almost finished on probably about another 40 minutes or another 40 minutes maybe on the water distiller. I want to get the dummy head going. I want to get the project going. because I'll be doing some good things there with pink noise testing, calibration, pink noise. So I'm going to use the dummy head for pink noise calibration. And move the dummy head around, not just have it near the seat, but move it around as if I'm moving around in the room, and be in unusual positions. Where's my water? Yeah. So I could be in an unusual position with the dummy head, and because of the shape of the ear and the orientation, so I can look at the pink noise. I might stumble on and think, oh, that position there, and it sorts the pink noise out, because the pink noise, where it's randomly going around the room, consistent random pink noise, and looking at the RTA in real time, you can't just put a microphone in one position. Do that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The Dirac. The Dirac EQ is a load of rubbish. Odyssey, load of rubbish. You want to use its parametric EQ in real time while you're doing pink noise, not do it with a whoop, 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 and try and get a perfect flat linear frequency response. That's never going to happen. That's never going to be real or true or whatever in the room. It's you could be overdoing it or underdoing it. And sometimes the sound that usually comes from, standard, as long as it's through the speakers, it seems wow. If the manufacturer made a speaker and it was as flat as they can get it, or near as good as they can get it, but when that's placed within boundary surroundings around it, its frequency response is going to change. Looks like going near to a wall, and your voices sound like la la or ooh ooh ooh, or any sort of verbal word that sounds like it's going down into maybe a low frequency range, like would be somewhere near maybe 100 hertz, like I need the microphone there to modulate see the frequency. But you take the microphone with you and you go near to a wall, you can see it magnify by several dB. And you think, well, that's good, but it's only magnifying at a certain frequency range. It's not doing the whole range, it's doing some part of it. And some part of it is, well, it's always going to peak at that frequency all the time. It'll do these other ranges, but it's always going to have this colorizing peak frequency. It's always going to be there. That's coloring, I think. That's colorizing, putting too much color or frequency gain level onto a certain frequency. You don't want that. Want it more or less how it looks like on the direct RTA electronically, flat. And then, but I think that's simple. I think the science there is simple. I think the science there is practically rather simple. But it's not just that. It's the exaggeration. You want the frequency to be felt like THX, and you want the that's a little bit more science. That's a little bit more engineering. Um, so with a binaural head, I could be able to move it near maybe move it near to the speaker. Oh. It's my it's my AF blood circulation and my level 2 diabetes. Anyway, yeah, move the because when I listen to when we listen to say the pink noise coming from a speaker, one ear is going to be, say, if the speaker's near to a wall, one ear is going to be picking up the wall, one ear is going to be picking up the other side of the wall. It's going to be picking up two, and then the combination come together and shows the frequency response. Whereas with a single microphone, it's just like mono. You might as well just do a dummy head, use a dummy head, and only use one microphone on it. Yeah. I looked at those other microphones. There are 32 microphones in a sphere, but they're not cheap. But the basics to it, the basic principles of it are very simple. There's no black magic involved. It's just specific wiring and such. And I think I might look and see if you can make a DIY version of a spherical microphone. Because a spherical microphone would be interesting because it'd be picking up sound. So like having a microphone, and then if I use a simple Behringer ECM 8000 and move it this behind me, so it's pointing backwards, it's still picking up low frequencies regardless. And then put it that way, it might, well, so if a speaker's a speaker, and say this thing here is a microphone, and the speaker is there near to the and so if I it's near to the speaker, measured the same distance, and if I turn it around the other way, it might be a few millimeters forward. So I've got to move it back slightly, realistically, scientifically, but it's a trifle. It's a trifle, but but the way it picks up on more mid frequency and specifically high frequency, it becomes a bit more directional. So when it's pointing in the opposite direction, the high frequency just drops off a bit because it's not pointing directly at the speak, but it's still picking up sound regardless. That's why I think you need the sphere, so it's picking up from multitude of directions and picking up the signature of that pink noise. And it's like, all right, that's what the pink noise is like, looking like at that position with the spherical microphone near the speaker, and then move it a bit further back, and you've got to adjust the gain level and all this because the gain levels are dropping down a little bit, and you might want to do some adjusting, but still, regardless, the frequency response will gradually change, all the ups and downs and that reflections of sound on certain high frequencies and dips or peaks, ups and downs of lows or mids. I'm surprised. I'm really utterly surprised why they don't sell a spherical microphone, a 32 channel spherical microphone with all this crappy Odyssey, crappy Dirac Storm Audio rubbish. Those are JBL synthesis, high end crap. They just sell you that cheap, crappy mic, but particularly Trinov with that three or four microphone. What a load of snake oil! And they're all pointing upwards. They're just positioned slightly at different positions, and they try to bullshit it with 3D. I could set up the same thing with 3 or 4 Behringer microphones on a rig, on the microphone boom. You set a rig up where I can have all microphone, and then adjust the height levels on those microphones so it looks almost the same bullshit as a Trinov. You know what? The only difference it shows is like when turning each microphone off, yeah, because I can use it on the microphone mixer, and I can slide one microphone off and then look at the position of that microphone, this position. That Trinov microphone is a load of bullshit. How much does it cost? $400, $500 for just basically mostly plastic and some cheap generic bloody microphones that you could get. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a Panasonic microphone. um, but there's nothing special about that microphone. It's not like the sphere, the spherical microphone. I'm surprised they don't. I'm gonna have to look into do some DIY research on that. See if you can make a DIY version. Not easy, because it's got to be. You got to have a small sphere, and then if you can find something small and then cut it in half. It's how you put it back together. You could put it back together with duct tape, I guess, or find something that could be a sphere, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that are available, projects or whatever. Find a sphere, but it depends on what size. The sphere might be a little bit too large, but it doesn't really matter, because the spheres that I see for these microphone ones they look like they're only about that size. They're only about that size. And obviously it's two parts to it, so it obviously unscrews, so it's threaded, so it threads, so it's threaded, and the electronics and everything inside it, when they turn and they connect, because there's got to be something inside at the base of the sphere where you plug in, and when you thread it together, it then locks, and then the connection terminals come around, and then it locks into, and then they're connected. It's something like that, I guess. But I'm pretty sure you can make a DIY version. It's just how the wiring is done. And yeah, I guess you could use those pretty good Panasonic microphones. It's a case of drilling. It's a case of the sphere and measuring the angles and the center point to where you got to drill, with a cone drill, maybe, or maybe a drill bit, one or the other, and do the same diameter size, and then you got to then hot glue the microphones into position, so they're firmly held into position, and all the wiring's done neatly so they won't pull the microphones out. But I guess you could push the microphone in anyway, but you'd probably be able to repair it because you'd be able to unthread it. Yeah, make a 32, make a cheap DIY, even though the cheap DIY, because I think the Panasonic microphones, they do sell for a certain amount. They're not dearly expensive, but when you have 32 of these Panasonic microphones, project then gets a little, and someone might think, oh, this is getting too expensive. Too expensive? You want to go and buy the actual binaural, or not the binaural, the 32 channel spherical microphone. That's going to cost a few grand. What? But when you look at realistically how it's done, you could do it cheaper. And like I say, the spear. I'm sure there must be spears that you could buy that are threaded hard, that you can unthread the spear. If not, you'd have to find some other means of using duct tape. After all, it's a Frankenstein DIY. That'd be interesting if I can make some. I'll look into that, but that's that project or whatever, that thinking's way over there. That's not even on my food chain of it's not on my food chain at the moment. So I'll just see how that charging goes. I'm just going to sit here and ramble for a few hours and see if that battery charge. If there's no success, then I think the battery's kaput. Uh, I'll probably end up buying a brand new cordless drill. They're cheap, and I'll probably only use it a few times. Um, I just need a working cordless drill at the moment. That's all. I can get the project underway. Just thinking how I'm going to get the wiring in the microphones, because there's a little hole at the bottom of that mannequin head. I don't know if the microphones will go right down through that little hole at the base, and then I'll be able to grab them, pull them through each side for left and right, and then can then start to do the procedure for connecting the microphone to the silicon ear, and then attaching the silicon ear on the dummy head with hot glue, I guess. Use some hot glue. It's a little bit more than just putting the microphones on the little silicon rubber ear. So it's a lot more than that. They got to be done in a very specific. I can't have a microphone that's too. They got to be the more or less the same distance. Otherwise, they're going to be. Also, I'll probably see if I can run a test, because I know microphones are not always measured the same. There will be some slight variable that may need to be adjusted until both sides look equal. To even get two microphones absolutely transparent, gosh, you need a lot of parametric equalizer power to get them absolutely spot on. I'm talking 20. I'm talking 20,200 PEQ filters, because you need to look at each individual sine wave tone. That's when you look at look at it as you look at the frequency response when you do it direct electronically, and it looks pretty flat as it is. It's just a little dip, a little roll off, or a little roll off on the lows and the highs, and that can easily be corrected. That's easy peasy to correct. You don't need to fart around too much for that. Anyway, but it's when you look at it, it's like, oh my goodness gracious, it's like a roller coaster ride. It's like going along a road that's not flat. There's lots of hills and dips, and oh, for crying out, it is terrible. It's absolutely atrocious. And then you think, how can you possibly trust it? Well, yeah. I'm surprised in this day and age they have not made 20,200 PEQ filters. Dirac, Odyssey. Trinov EQ, the Trinov's own EQ, waste of space, waste of bloody time. You got all these people on YouTube thinking it must be great, thinking they're bloody, yeah, right. Waste of time. 40 grand worth of processor, and you get a lame bloody EQ. Because, oh yeah, what resolution am I looking at? Am I looking at 140? I mean, if it's not too bad, if it's 1/48th octave, when you use it at 1/12, oh no, sorry, one octave, Oh, it looks absolutely smooth. It's got a little hump here and a little bit of a what's you see two sort of two sort of humps or sort of thing, like in the low region and one in the high region. If you're using well, most people have got Trinov, don't even use cinema speakers. They just use little dinky size speakers, and they got a hybrid, high bloody quality processor, and they're using little tiny speakers in their room. Oh, please. What a joke. I think because they're sub bass, as long as they're sub bass, which is not really a sub bass, it's not really a sub bass, crying out loud. It's a little cube to someone that's in the works in the PA world, they'll just laugh at that, thinking you might as well just use that speaker for a mid-range, like a build a four-way speaker and use it for a mid-range crossover at maybe at 400 hertz up to whatever. It's a joke. I got the same little cube speak, and they're a joke. They, they- they're a joke, and they're a bloody laugh. People that can afford a Trinov can't even afford JBL professional second-hand speakers are on eBay. They're so cheap, and you'll get the real thing. Only they're using a near field mix on their kaleidoscopes. Oh dear. Oh, my little violin playing. My little violin playing there for their kaleidoscope. Oh my goodness. What a waste of time that is. What a waste of time. The thing, because I'm just waiting for that bloody thing to charge up that battery. The other thing I saw the other day, I saw a thread, a link to, I think it was Post Audio or Box Office or Mix, or was it the Mix magazine? It's a recording magazine. I think it's called the Mix. Um, and they were talking about the Dune 2, the dB deafening, unsafe movie to listen to because it was absolutely atrocious at the cinema. It was absolutely appallingly atrocious. The sound system was in the cinema was atrocious, and the film mix was atrocious. It was absolute appalling. All I can say is bring back the THX tap program for Christ's sake, because I haven't heard a decent movie in a cinema in a few decades. Or at least a little bit more longer than that, a little bit longer. I haven't heard real THX in commercial cinemas in decades. Oh dear. Um, yeah, it's just a near field mix. That bloody Dune 2. Of course, it's a near field mix. It's a bloody and they're talking. The mixers are proudly. They're proudly talking about near field tampering with the soundtrack. As bad as it is, I wouldn't want to listen to it theatrical or near field mix. I wouldn't want to watch that movie again. It was an appalling experience. It gave me a bad experience. And everybody think, oh, it's great. They don't give a damn. They're just hungry for Doom too. They're hungry for it. Bloody hell, it's like Anakin Skywalker wanting to eat bloody sand pie and sand custard and sand and banana flavor sand milkshake, for crying out loud. Why do you want to buy a rubbish? Everybody's all over it. Why would you want to buy that rubbish? It's near field mix. It's not. Oh well, you're not going to know. Not anyone's. No one's going to know the damn difference. For Christ's sake. Not unless you had a DC. Not unless you had the DC, the crappy DCP in your home, so you can play the near field and the theatrical mix side by side and see the frequency response difference on an RTA or waterfall direct electronically. It's not necessary to do it near field. It's not necessary because those films, they play in all different sizes of auditorium, and the speaker width is totally variable. It could go very wide, it could go a little bit narrow, and go very small and very narrow on the LCR. And yet the LCR, the speakers are still JBL. They're only a smaller size, PA size speaker designed for specifically maybe for the size of the room. But that's bullshit because all you could do is just use the crossover electronically, DSP, and then adjust the frequency on that crossover to make it, say, fit the size of the room. Or you can, yeah, you can expand the bandwidth of the frequency. So it's not necessary to buy tiny little speakers that cost a stupid amount of money when you can get something a little bit cheaper, secondhand. It's big and it's more controllable. You can't do much with a small speaker, though you could in some ways and others. There's lots of things out there. There are lots of threads on the internet, on forum sites, and some people don't look at them. They don't even think of them. I mean, you can make a small speaker, give it a little boost in the gain by putting it in the corner, but like I say, it's only going to boost certain frequency, but it'll make it sound a little louder in the bass region, but it won't be able to go low because of the physicality of the size of the bloody speaker itself. It'll bottom out. It'll break. It's like certain things like you could put round near a tweeter by experimenting with little certain things, and you can make the frequency SPL level on that tweeter sound a few more dB louder without necessarily making it electronically louder, where you just be putting more voltage into it to make it a little bit more louder, where it might sound a little bit brittle, it might have some issues or harmonics or whatever, blah 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 blah. But you could put something in front of a tweeter, though it'll be diffusing the sound slightly because it probably wouldn't be coming more direct like a point. It'll probably be more spread out, but you'll still hear it. But you'll notice when you do a frequency sweep, you notice, oh yeah, before and after. So you put something, I've got little things I could put near tweeters and make it sound a little few dB louder without necessarily turning it up. But it will also have a trade-off. It'll, a trade-off. It'll add a trade-on with certain frequency, and then have a trade-off at certain frequency. But it depends. It depends. It's all science. It's all science and about the maths and the science and the code. There's multitude of directions absolutely spreading around, and what your ear is picking up or what the microphone is picking up. And so I think, well, that's not too bad there. You know. And if it enhances some of the very top high end of the frequency, though that's very, very difficult then to probably notice anything above 8,000 kilohertz, because the frequency on our hearing, it changes, though it wouldn't change too much on the actual speaker thing itself. It will stay relatively near to, say, if 8 kilohertz, and I could see the response and it's staying almost, and then suddenly, bush, it drops down, and thinking, what's going on there then? There's something causing that sudden drop. I wouldn't mind that drop if it was my sugar level and my diabetes, and there was a sudden wham. Took medication on the fourth, fifth day or whatever, and suddenly, wham! My diabetes comes down to a 20 level. That'll please the doctor, the MD. Yeah. Oh, that thing's only been charging now for 40 minutes. So I'll see how it looks, and got to give it a couple of hours until the light on that charger changes color, where it probably say it's charged up, because I think it said red. I think the color's got to go to green. That's if that transformer DC supply is sufficient, because I'm not sure where I put the original one. I'm not sure where it is. It could be anywhere up on that up on this rack up there. It could be anywhere up there, or it's somewhere else. I don't know. If it doesn't charge up in a couple of hours, I'll get a new cordless and then throw the other one away because, or yeah, just throw it, just ditch it. The cordless reels are so mass produced, and you know, you could have an ordinary good cordless drill, and you never know. He probably still works many years after. You know, it's just how much usage it gets. I got to get myself a new electric drill as well. Because the electric drill, the bloody drill bits fused, melded, welded inside the bloody chuck. There's no way I'm getting that out. I might as well just get a new electric drill. And they're cheap as well, again, they're cheap. Just like this JBL G3. It's not bad. It's a pretty good speaker. Hold the power of the sound of the force in your hand. Jedi blaster lightsabers. Oh, for crying out. I just want to get this dummy head done. Yeah, and of course, I rambled about the microphones. So bloody hell, I have to test those microphones, see if they work on the audio mixer. So I've got some things to connect on, see if they. Whoa, I'm tripping water over me. Fucking hell, what the fuck? What's fucking wrong with me? Tripping water over me. It's only water. It's like, give it a quick rub. Don't pet it gently and then you think, it's wet. No, just rub it quickly, you know. It's not more bloody different than bloody getting wet outside on a rainy day, for crying out loud. Oh, how do I feel? I think the AF is still going to give me an issue with the blood circulation. But I just got to get the sugar level down. I can filter it out, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to filter it out. I have a little fruit. I have a little fruit, you know, mango or whatever, or maybe some real oranges, some grapes or grapes or strawberries. I'm having difficulty speaking. Just want to get this project on the way. Bother. Load of bother. Basically, I'll be seeing the more things change, the more they remain the same. But I do think all this Trinov and Storm Audio and it's a load of bullshit. It's a load of BS. They throw a lot of things into people's minds. To other people, they think it's luxury. You could go buy some soap that's called luxury. It's just as good as the other brand, and it only sells for about maybe $2.99. I thought luxury soap would sell for something like £100. What? For soap? Are you kidding me? It's only hand size. What the blazes? I could buy enough soap there for £100, enough soap there to last a couple of years. Yeah, people with luxury watches and luxury car and luxury house with a gold gate. Is it really gold? I don't think you really want a gold gate right out in the front of your house now, because everyone's going to be coming by and scratching off the gold, and then weighing it in, and then you go and look at your gold gate, and you're going to find, bloody hell, they scraped all the gold off. Yeah. Are other minerals? Is it platinum? I think platinum's pretty pricey or whatever. Anyway, I don't give a damn. Bloody rich. Bloody all this luxury bloody processors. I think my processor's a load of rubbish. I mean it's pretty rubbish on the codec. It's not as good as the Denon or the Marantz or the Yamaha or the Onkyo. Although the Onkyo, the only issues with some of those Onkyo models many years ago were the HDMI board. Yeah, you might as well just use it as a grill or to frying your fried egg on. That's all as good as it was for you. Must have been temperature on that. I don't know what the temperature was. It had to be more than 105. Had to be more than 105. If I were to put a thermostat thing on it and test it, touches onto the component, it must have exceeded more than 105. It's no wonder the damn thing's failed. Because they're going over their tolerance level and overheating and breaking down. Mostly some of the other components. I would have thought with a manufacturer, they would have thoroughly tested that to see, not that anyone's going to keep them turned on 24-hour period, but testing it for to see if there's any possible breakdown in some of the components that have been selected to be put onto the circuit board, because those components have to have good tolerances, very good tolerances. I don't understand why that Storm Audio's fan goes from 50 to 75% when it should be always idling around 50%. It's possible, likely, there could be some dust build up on the fans. Very likely. I'm just suddenly now thinking maybe I should clear off. I don't know where to put the rest of that equipment. The Technics turntable and the Denon. Denon, which is only serving for a video processor, for Laserdisc or for audio zoning output for Dolby Stereo over to the Dolby Stereo CP200. If I could clear that off, it doesn't take too long to undo the Technics turntable. Take a little minutes extra to undo the Denon and do it carefully, and then place it on the floor, and then I'll be able to move the racks out a little bit. I'd have to clear some of the equipment off of the players so I could get round the other side to unscrew. So I think there's about 20 or 16 or 20 screws on that Storm Audio, I think. Undo all those screws, then take the lid off. Have a little and power it all down. Get a little vacuum tube so I could get in there and just suck some of the dust up, or and then the dust around the fans. So I'm guessing there must be dust build up near the fans, and then just put it all. And then I guess I'll be shockingly looking at it inside that Storm Audio, thinking, shaking my head like this, thinking that is just fucking pathetic. how many components, circuit boards are inside this processor and such. And if I were to look inside a Denon, if minus the amplifiers inside the Denon, but looking at the levels where they're stacking the circuit boards and such, and but they don't stack up inside a Storm Audio or a Trinnov. They could, I guess, but you look at inside and you think, and then look at the chassis, how, you know, thinking it's how much tolerance this metal can take until it bends, and then maybe test it on a Denon or something else, and you think, I think they went cheap grade on here on the chassis, you know, and they're calling it a high end processor. They got their nerve. I think the thing that made me seduced sort of thing, this whole Dolby Atmos thing is a load of bullshit with how many output channels and all that. That should all be universally, internationally, what's the word? Not manifested. Man. Oh, sorry. Oh, what's the word? Mantated? No, not mantated. Man. Oh, there's a word for it. I forgot what it's called. Crying out loud. Man. It's basically, it starts with something, and it should be the same. It should be the same. It shouldn't be this, you know, these stupid AVRs that you buy. It is pathetic. I'll tell you, the whole Dolby Atmos thing, the whole Dolby Atmos market thing is for the home is a bloody scam. It is a fucking scam. Like my room is only this size and all this size. That is a total load of bullshit. If you lot all out there believe in that bullshit, well, you've seriously been bullshitted and brainwashed. Christ's sake. Like, this is a tiny little speaker, right? How many of these could I put round the room? Oh, I could put a lot. I only have to measure the size of this speaker, measure the size of this room, the walls, and then I calculate I would need so many of these for immersive audio sound. This bloody stupid Denons and Marantz. I think I'm going to start a thread, or I'm going to start a storm, an argument, and I'm going to see how many insiders that might be sniffing around with their bullshit, because it is a fucking scam. The fucking whole thing's a fucking scam. It's like back in the days with like Dolby Pro Logic. Basically, you need an array of speakers for the surround, not two speakers at the back. That's bullshit. That's not doing it. Otherwise, you'd be doing it right. The sound would be immersive. Yeah. When you got a speaker there on the wall and a speaker over there, those are little hot spots. The closer you stand near them, they sound like fucking speakers, for Christ's sake, you know. And you wonder why the bloody things have cost so much. You spent so much just to put hotspots on the fucking wall. At least my hotspots in my THX cinema were a lot cheaper and are the real thing that are used in the real world, not some speaker that's bloody hell, that's not even being used on a dub stage, much less a cinema. It's bullshit. You got to make an array of surround. And then you get to this Atmos crap. All they're doing is adding more bloody speakers to the sidewall and going a little bit more further along up to towards the screen, whereas before, for many decades, it was only so many speakers going along the sidewall. That's the sidewall, and they would only go up to a certain distance. They won't go too near to the screen speakers, and of course the speakers on the back wall. And that was Dolby Stereo, or that was not Dolby Stereo. That could be Fantasound. That could be Cinerama. Something like that. The further away you are from those speakers, it sounds like a sound field. The closer you get near to them, they sound like a speaker. It's as simple as that. But this whole bullshit with Dolby Atmos with a receiver that is what the bloody hell they call them, 7.4 7.1.4. So you just got a height 1, height 2 speaker or overhead, or they call them top speakers, top height. Oh, for Christ's sake, what a load of bull. It's a scam. It is another. It's 11 years scam. Oh, good on you, Dolby Labs. Nice scam you got going. I don't know why Dolby Labs are bullshitting, because they're bullshitting themselves. They're kidding. They're not only kidding us, they're kidding themselves as well. The whole thing, this whole set, it needs to be just one bloody type of bloody AVR, or one type of, well, AVR. An AVR, well, bloody hell, how many bloody amplifiers are you going to stick? No, you wouldn't be able to. It just wouldn't be possible. Not without making the unit, not without making the thing humongous in size, and you wouldn't be able to pick the bloody thing up. It'd be too damn heavy. The simplest thing is the actual processor. Not say, I think, go out buy a Dolby CP 850, which is now which would be now be discontinued. I think it'll be discontinued very soon. And the CP 950, which when you look at the CP 950, it's got a few things on it that look appealing and a few things that look unappealing. But I don't know why they make those CP 950s and you've got to add a module on. And yet that adding that module on to give more channels along the sidewalls, along around the walls, and then a few more on the overhead. And that's all it does. It doesn't do a below surround. Nothing going on down here, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, it's a scam. It is definitely a scam. I hear real world sound, and I think, wow, that's better than listening to a movie. That's better than listening to 1 minute, just 1 minute of a movie. I listen to this in the real world, and I think, bloody hell, this cannot be surpassed. It could get near and approximated, but it won't. There's a lot of things you can do and manipulate the encoding of a mixing and then playing it back, and then it's like the manufacturers, they want to make these things as if our world of listening to real world sound is become boring. The real world, the real thing itself is untouchable. Unpredictable and untouchable. It only happens once. And yet you could do a good recording. You could do a good mix. And it could be totally wow. I mean, something like Dolby Stereo versus something that's Dolby Atmos. I mean, I could pick a bundle of films, a bundle, a good Dolby Stereo mixes versus some really rubbish Dolby Atmos ones. I mean, Gravity can't be pretty much on. I mean, Star Trek, say Star Trek the motion picture versus Gravity. Well, Gravity's pretty damn good. Wouldn't be too bad if they had Below Surround in it, because they were just practically throwing just about every technique at that mix. And the only thing that was missing, sadly, is below discrete sound, and that could be in the sound field of the seating area where the surround speakers are located, and you've got to have something up front as well. You've got to have something up front as well, because there'll be audiences that are going to be seated in the front row. So, you've got to have it all covered. You can't just leave it, a stone unturned. You got to have it all covered as much as it. That is it. That's all you can do. But you can do things in between. You can make the actual seat itself be a speaker, a full range sound. So then you could do sounds that are in between, sounds that are a little bit further away, and to modulate and move that around. Oh my goodness, you've been mixing it for a year or two, because that is a lot of you can't just rush it and throw it out there like it's a bloody Burger King, for Christ's sake, with some, or even worse, throw it out there like a KFC with soggy French fries that look like they've been tied behind the back of a car and dragged round the bloody town and then served up, and then you get them Deliveroo to your bloody door. Oh, for Christ's sake. That is not quality. That is, oh, that's like sending out food to bloody famine, bloody deserts or somewhere where they haven't got good agriculture going, for Christ's sake. Bloody Dolby Atmos, I tell you, it's a bloody mess. Bloody scam. I'm going to do a new video. I'm going to do a new rant video. I'm going to try and piss people off. Make them wake up, for Christ's sake. You think Dolby Atmos is, oh, glorious, oh, it's glamorous. Every bloody movie you look at, they should all be mixed equal. Only the sound, the action and all that's all different, but they should all be mixed equal. Directional dialogue, no exception. It should be completely directional. You look at all the 1950 movies, 1960s, some of the very early 1970s ones, directional dialogue. Towering Inferno would piss all over most movies. Sound of music with directionality. West Side Story, King and I, or hey, how about It's a Mad, Mad World? I tell you, the amount of directional dialogue moving on that movie from start to end is fucking uck. I don't know how many dialogue ones there is going. It is, whoa, there is a lot. And you got all these crappy Marvel movies, DC, and this crappy Dune crap. They're trying to make Dune 2 like it's an epic. If that movie were made in the 1960s, it would have directional dialogue. It would sound wow. But when it's mixed in the 2000s, it mixed in the 21st century, it sounds crap. Oh dear. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing dialogue right in front of me. That's not how I hear sound. Fucking, I've just been on a ward with patients left and right center, and even when they got those ECG monitors, there's an ECG monitor over here, and there's another one over this side. I'm hearing an echo, a do 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 do. I should have recorded it yesterday, but I felt, I didn't want to, but I could have recorded it. And it might have picked up the echo if I had placed it in a specific, you know. Oh, oh shit, yeah. There's one video I got yesterday. Gotta wait until I can load it up. Oh, I'm not sure where it is. Try and find it. I'll load it up maybe tomorrow or something. Helicopter landing, but the nurses, they started getting into a panic. Hey, you can't video that. What do you mean I can't video it? If I was outside, I'd be videoing it without panic. What, you got aliens on that helicopter, have you? You don't want to see the aliens? That's probably why they're panicking. No, but it was interesting with the ECGs and the way because they had an echo effect. Boom, 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 boom. There's one on this side, a bit further over that way, behind a curtain. There was another one near to me, and I could hear this echo, pinging. It's like a mixer told me, a sound editor was telling me about doing footsteps and such, and if you delay the sound on one thing, yeah, of course, it sounds like individual footsteps, just by simply delaying and pitching, manipulating, basically. I think it's better to actually record it, with the real thing itself, because you're going to have to, somewhere in the mixing, you have to be careful. You got to make it so, like, it's undetectable. So it's like in that movie, what they call it, Platoon, and when there's a scene where it's raining, and one thing I noticed, it didn't sound right where they're moving from one scene to another. It always had the same tonal sound, and then I suddenly noticed this kind of sound in the and I thought, count how many seconds, it does it. Oh yeah, of course it's magnetic soundtrack. You can make a 70mm 6-track mag from it. You can make an optical soundtrack, but it's still magnetic. Back in the day, as such, and it's just basically the tape for the rain effect, and it's just running on a loop. Even though the scene in the movie takes place over many minutes, but yeah, that kind of ruins the whole movie. That does, because now I'm just focused on that, and I'm hearing that. I just can't watch the movie anymore. It just totally ruined the movie just because of the looping. If they made it a little bit longer, yeah, and made it seem like it's changing as it's moving around, it's gradually frequency is changing because the way the rain is coming down and they're in the jungle. I can see where all the trees are. I know it's pretty shadow, so I know there's a lot of leaves above. No, it just didn't sound right. It sounded hokey. But back in the day, it was an achievement in sound recording, which won an Oscar. But there's the things you just got to listen out for in the dialogue, the music, the effects, and just listening out. Am I hearing any looping going on or something? I think if you can't remix it, otherwise it pisses people off. But otherwise, yeah, it is what it is now. So yeah, a bit disappointing that. I mean, take Forrest Gump. That's a rubbish sound mix. That's Dolby Digital. That's Dolby Digital six channel. That's a 5.1 or whatever. It's a rubbish overrated film mix. Particularly the rain sound effects on Forrest Gump, where they're only taking place over the screen channel. It's an overrated movie, rubbish totally rubbish. I don't even watch it anymore. It's got good music in it. It's got a good music score. But overall, the sound effects mixing and such a load of rubbish. Waste of my listening time. And why something like that got nominated for sound is beyond me. Might as well just mix in mono. Yeah, mix in mono, and you can still win best sound. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see a movie that is well crafted in the arts of, what do you call it? The performances, the chemistry, the performances, and cinematography that looks natural. Yeah, none of this bullshit color manipulating crap going on. Okay, I'm so far by. I'm so fed up with seeing that rubbish. And a good sound mix in mono, because obviously they can't do it. Obviously, they're not very capable mixers out there that can do it in Atmos, and many mixers couldn't even care less for Atmos, because they probably look at it and think, well, there's not much here I can do with it. Bloody hell, it's only got this bed layer and this up here on the overhead. That's all it can do. Well, I can't do much with that, for crying out loud. Actually, you could, because you could time code it. You could time code the film, put a time code on it and synchronize it. You could have, say, what is it? How many channels does Dolby Atmos go up to? How many channels do they say it go up to? 160 channels? Is it 160? Or was it 164? I think it's 164 channels. Okay, so you could do 164 there, up so it's up here and down here, or almost, and then do another 160, but you have it time coded, so then it'll still be, so you'd have one there, one here, and one here, and then so you do that, do the overhead, and then the other one here would do more extra screen channel, and then the below surround a lot, as well as more speakers going along a little bit lower down near along the sidewall, and then the below surround that are fitted into the floor, or speaker laying on a little speaker underneath a cinema seat, whatever. It'll do it. It'll do the trick. And then you got below surround, and you just time code it. Put the two things together, and you have it time coded. Simple. It's doable. Job done. Oh, it's an hour now, so I'm just going to check the charger. See if it's changed colour, or because I don't know. It's got a specific time until. Oh, I can take the battery out and plug it in. See if it makes the cordless turn a little bit. If it squeaks a little bit, then I know it's charging. Let's have a look. See if it's working. If there's no joy, if I don't hear a little squeaking on the cordless, then I'll probably have to get a new cordless drill. Which would mean I'll stop the video, because then there's no point continuing. But if I can get this. See what's going on here. No joy. I think that battery is kaput. Alright, I'm going to get a new cordless fucking drill. So that's good. I might as well throw this. I'll take this out to the bin tomorrow and throw it in the bin. I'll make sure I throw the back. Well, thing is, it could be just this. And that's the problem. I don't think it's the actual thing itself. I think it's this. Well, I can see if they got one of these batteries on Amazon. Probably come with the charger as well. Oh, the water distiller's finished. Oh, right. Good. That's the good news. Right? Yes, the magic. What's it is. I don't know where that other what's it is. Let's have a look at this. Feels warm a little bit. So, what was the voltage on it last time I checked? I know it was pretty low, 3 something volts something. Positive. Oh, the voltage has gone up to 6 volt now on this. Oh, the voltage has gone up a bit on it. Huh. So it was charging, but I didn't. It's hard to say if that cordless, the actual cordless, it can't be malfunctioned. This couldn't have malfunctioned, but try again. It's not even the tiny squeak of the sound of a motor. But that battery is charging up. All right, I'll get the charger back in, but I'm a little bit uncertain, so I'm going to charge it up, get a new cordless drill for crying out loud. It was charging, but very slow. So it went up from 3 volt to 6 volts. So it is slowly. So it does take a few hours, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll just leave it there. Just leave it there, charge it up. That's cat-like reflexes. See, this is what you don't see on Spare Change. You know, he tries to make his video all glossy and luxury. You know, yeah, probably hasn't got any pets. You know, I think he needs. I think some of those home theatre people, they need to get a pet. You know. Oh, mighty clear. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, whoa. Magic, can you get out of the way of the fridge? Magic. He wants to jump in the fridge. Leave the grapes alone. Oh, some more distilled water. Wow. I'll just order a new cordless drill. Don't look like I'll get this project. I might be able to get this project going tomorrow. It's a bit of a delay. No, I don't want a cordless vacuum cleaner. Cordless drill. Oh, and they offer a set. Oh, well, that's not too expensive. Bloody hell. Look at that. See the cordless drills there. You know. Well, it's got a lot of drill bits on it. That's 21 volt on that one. The other one I got is 14.4 volt. Yeah. They're so universally common. Oh, there's a Bosch there. Bosch. That's a little high end, you know. That's a little high end for the high ender. You know, it's probably something like Spare Change would bloody buy, for Christ's sake. He wouldn't buy the cheaper ones when they can last longer. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, bloody hell, the Bosch ones are over 100. But when you look in the parts inside, they're probably made from China, and they've probably all come from China. But that one looks good. I don't really care I don't care if they come with other bit parts and all that. I've got bit parts already, for crying out. I've got bit parts, but that one's 49. That one's 49. That bit part comes like that. That comes like that. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm buying this one. It'll work. I'll get it tomorrow. Great. No, hang on. Tuesday. No, I'm not waiting until Tuesday. I want it tomorrow. I'll get this other one. Well, actually, I could get this one. That's not too bad. Wow. Oh, how many? It's got extra batteries with it as well. Wow. It's almost as if it's a toy, not for children. Not buying Bosch, for crying out loud. I could buy an empty Bosch box on eBay for less than that, and then buy that drill. Then that's cheap, and then stick it in a Bosch box. Crying out! All I want is just cordless drill. All I want is just a simple cordless drill. For crying out loud. For crying out! What about this one? Okay, make it so. It's made in China. I don't really mind. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get this dummy head drilled and get this project starting tomorrow. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, bloody vampires. Get that tomorrow. Otherwise, I could look around, try and find where I got the other trans power DC thing. So I know it can go up to 20 volt, and I know it do 15 volts. So 15 volt could go to that transform thing, but I don't know that cordless if I can get crocodile clips. But I can't find the plug. I don't know where I put it. Not sure if it's in here. I don't think it's in here. Otherwise, I'll see it. It's probably somewhere on the. Actually, all I need is I know I've got some other power supply things around. They're a little bit more higher voltage on the DC. What I need to do is put a few resistors on it to lower the voltage. All I need is just get those 2 bits drilled out. Trying to open the box with the drill bit, the circular drill bits. I've got to clean the like that. Clean the water distiller. Yeah, even if I had 20 volt, I just need some resistors on it to lower the voltage down. I've got plenty of resistors, and I've got plenty of resistors. South Africa. I've got the drill bits in there. They better fit. I only need one size. I might, never know, I might need them for something else if I've got another project. Oh, there's a bundle in there. Oh, I thought they would be in a what's it? Okay. I'll get the dummy head. Ow. Wow. No, that's too small. What about this size? Where are we? 53mm. 53mm. Because it's not just the ear part size. It's a little bit less than that. Sorry, Freddie. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I could drill that part out there. There's still a little bit there. I can cut that off with something else. That's not a problem. Or I could drill there a little bit and then go down, and then I could probably move it over a bit. It's probably doable. Yeah, it's doable. But mostly it'd take out. There's too much diameter. It needs to be up there a little bit. So it's going to be a bit of a mess, but a bit of a putting back together. Sorry about that, mate. Who loves you, baby? Yeah, for the rest of the drill bits, I can't really use these. They're a little bit too small, so that 53mm would be just about okay. Now, let's just do this. There. Okay. Yes. Now. That's ready for next time. I like this one. Just if it breaks down, I'll buy another one exactly the same. Can't see because they're all the same. They're all the same. Yeah, water distiller, brilliant. Okay, I'm so delayed on this project. What do you think, Bear? Hey, Bear? Meow? Where's my water bottle? Oh, there it is. I'll do this every time. Oh no, that's warm, that's cool. That's enough. Oh, no, that goes there. Yogurt's okay. Yogurt's okay. Yogurts are okay. I think they're better than ice cream. I think I prefer a yogurt to an ice cream. You can get frozen yogurt. Mostly that now. Probably have a little fruit one in the morning maybe. Sadly, I don't think that unless anyone else wants serving, and there's certainly not touched that in months. I can open it and sniff it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. Smells like liqueur. I can't drink it because I'm on medication. Medication and no cordless drill. I'll see how the battery charges up on that. I'll give it a few more hours because it's probably going up to. It's got to get up to 14 volt or something to make that cordless thing work. Maybe I don't know if it doesn't. Then I know the cordless drill is probably somehow. I don't know how, but yeah. This seal this is tight. Not sure where it's leaking. Let's put the cap down. Yeah, it's definitely dripping from the side. From is there a seal in this or something? It's definitely. Yeah, it's still doing it. China. Fucking China. Oh dear. It didn't leak like that. I'll probably check it. Yeah, Dolby Atmos, load of rubbish. Dolby Atmos, load of rubbish. How many other ways can I use that binaural? Oh gosh. How many other ways can I use that binaural recording head? Maybe connect it to the audio, the little digital recorder I got, the little digital recorder. Maybe capture some sound outside and see how that is. But that all depends on when I gotta get all the parts on that fitted. Of course, it'll be in the THX room when I'm doing the part, doing the DIY on it. I'll set it up on a table and start brutalizing the dummy head, drilling, and then it's a case of getting the those microphones fitted, which are ideal for binaural recording. What I got, the microphones I bought are very ideal for binaural recording. There's not much to do tonight. So yeah, I've got a couple of hours. I've got to take the medication again. I've got to take the medication again. Oh gosh. Yeah. Digital AES input. Digital AES input. Not interested. Oh gosh. Those those 8 SR? Oh, no, they're 6. Oh yeah, they're EQ cards. Yeah. I don't know what to do. If my body is not feeling very good, then I can't cycle. It's as simple as that. If it was just a little day where it felt, look, then I wouldn't even do anything because I wouldn't be in the mood being in a vertical position. Whereas horizontal, it's not too bad. Just pisses me off. I'm emotionally gutted. No point going on the exercise bike, I suppose. I still feel, but maybe this. I just don't get the same. I get the same burn off, the burning effect, the sweating, and so I get the same. I get the same result. I just prefer the real thing. But I've got to do some exercise on the exercise. I've got to do some exercise. I've been walking around, so that's exercising. That's exercising. Doing focused exercising, focused. So you get on an exercise bike, it's the same thing. Lifting weights, it's the same thing. But I'm not interested in lifting weights. I'm not interested in bodybuilding. That's just a thing for competition. But it keeps the body healthy, regardless. As long as it's not overdone, and then you get muscle issues or joint issues. Yeah, bodybuilders, they protein drinks. Yeah, protein drinks. I'm kind of curious about that. I might look into that, protein drinks. I'll have to do some research. Oh gosh, bloody nose. Oh, crikey. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, crying out loud. Oh, it gets difficult every time, this does. Oh. Where is it? Oh. 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 Oh, damn. If I can't breathe in and out through the nose, what's the point? I need oxygen. Oh, look at that. Like having a flared port on a sub-bass speaker. Which, mind you, a sub-bass port, flared port on a sub-bass speaker, long port, long wavelength. Oh boy. Oh, it's quite a procedure to get the mucus gland. It builds up in the nose. It makes the breatheway through the passage a little bit difficult. Ugh, crying out loud. I don't know why I don't have a treat myself to a coconut. Yeah, get a coconut drink. Get a coconut. Get a coconut drink. It's okay. It's certified. Certified by the MD. Of course, not many of them. Not many people got, they got tobacco and smoking roll-ups and thinking, oh, they're stuffing themselves. They might as well just stick their mouth over the exhaust pipe on their car, for Christ's sake. Oh, you're up there, Bear. I was going to put the laptop somewhere. I'll just put it there. As long as you don't walk over it, Magic, and change everything on it. Well, that is sound better than most people do in their home theatre. That includes all the luxury billionaires. Oh dear, my little violin playing for their sound system, their audiophile. Oh dear, it's too bad this doesn't record stereo on it. It's really pity. Well, actually, bloody hell, I don't want to break my nail, for Christ's sake. Oh. There is no spoon. Simple magic. Go on. Go on. Where you going, Magic? Magic? Oh, he's magic. He's magic. I missed you while I was at the hospital. Yeah, I was wondering. Especially mostly you, Magic. So I know you get very, very hungry. Bear. Oh, he's okay. Bear takes care of himself. Whoa, Magic. He's after the coconut. No, you can't drink this, Magic. Well, you can, but he's after what I got in the can. I can't believe that. Do you want a little drip? I'll put a little bit there. There you go. And I'll get a little bit more. There you go. And a bit of coconut. Tastes like coconut. All right, I had enough of that. Put that back in the fridge. I think I'll prefer my distilled water. But that is water. It's coconut water. Yeah. I doubt Spare Change has got coconut water in his fridge. I doubt if he's got anything luxury as that. I mean, look how luxury that looks. I mean, look at the photograph on that. The graphic design, the art graphic and design, art graphics, logo. And it's a pleasing logo. Yeah, sure your Trinov can do. I'm sure your Trinov can do Dolby Stereo. Can it do format 04? Can it do format 43? Can it do prospector stereo? All you need is the cards and plug them in. Can your Trinov do Dolby Stereo CP200? I'd have thought with all this technology making and such, and making, like they make slush puppy machine, it's a child's toy on Amazon, for Christ's sake. It doesn't even have a refrigerator on it. The process for doing that is doing circulation horizontally, whilst keeping it refrigerated, and the ice and such, and then the mixture of the drink, whatever. It could be anything. Could be iced tea slush puppy, yeah, or cappuccino slush puppy, yeah, cappuccino slush puppy. When it's hot, you want to stay cool with your cappuccino, yeah. It could be anything, crying out loud. doesn't have to be syrup drinks with high sugar levels or anything. It could be anything. It could be something. It could be coconut. Yeah. Damn. I could make a coconut. Yeah. Make a slush. Make an ice. It's not a slush puppy. Make an ice drink with, and then put coconut on it. I'm a genius. Or milk. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Though I'm not really much into drinking milk much anymore. Yeah, I could put ice with milk. Keeps it super chilled. Or just ice water, ice plain. Well, might as well. Well, ice plain water. That makes no sense to me because the ice cubes are not distilled. I don't pour the distilled water into the ice cube tray. I just use tap water. So the TDS reading on that is still going to be kind of red. But hey, it's going to be the same as everyone else that everybody else drinks. Nearly, how many percentage I would say? It's got to be a high 90%, high 90 percentage ratio where everyone drinks. It's just, including a lot of people I know, they're just drinking it from the tap. They say they got a thing that filters the water and all that, but how do they know? Have they tested it with a TDS reader? No, they haven't tested it with a TDS reader, so they're just taking it on word that it's gospel true from a manufacturer or whatever, and they're accepting that as the norm, but they haven't actually tested it with a TDS reader. Because if I tested the coconut water with a TDS reader, it would show a little bit in the red because it's got other kind of mineral with it. If I poured all the coconut water into the distiller and then distilled it, I'll be curious what the TDS reading would be like, as well as the taste. Yeah. That's a bit of trial and error, mind you, to pour how many cans in there. That would cost, oh gosh, I'd have to work it out. How much it would cost quite a bit. And if it's bad taste or whatever, it'll just get poured down the sink. And I'll be thinking, fucking hell, what a waste of money that was. Waste of money. How do you define waste of money? I think the Storm Audio is a waste of money. Could have got that thing secondhand. I could have got a Trinov secondhand, 32 channel, a 32 channel Trinov secondhand, but it was still a little bit on the dear side. And I thought, there's something about when I saw the pictures of it inside that unit and the layout of a Trinov versus a Storm Audio. The Storm Audio looks a little bit okay in the layout. It looks almost professional, but the layout looks so cheap and nasty inside a Trinov. It really looks like it was made in China, not France. But I bet most of the components, or nearly most of the components on inside that Storm and that Trinov and that JBL, China. Takes the piss, it does. You'd expect all the parts, every component was made in France, or I don't think they do something. No, there's nothing audiophile like crappy immersive audio made in the UK. And if it is, it hasn't got many channels, and my CB radio still does 360 channels, for crying out loud. Plus actually a little extra. I've got a few extra, so it's not exactly 306. Actually, a few fractions more actually. But anyway, yeah, it's curious. I haven't even turned the CB rate, and it's what's it? I wouldn't be surprised if I can hear it the United States. I wouldn't be surprised if I can hear the USA on there at the moment, even though it's getting up to 7 o'clock almost. That's okay. Well, I'm on AM. I'm on mid-band. It sounds pretty quiet. I'm just going to do an SWR check. And just check my SWR. Yeah, my SWR is okay. CQDX. Standard power. Anyone out there? Anybody out there? Standard power. UK over. That's quiet. Bit surprising. Go high band. Oh, hang on, there's something there. No, it's nothing there. Just some noise. Oh, there's something there. That's anti-noise limiter and block like a noise filter. Oh, something there on the side there. Let's go back to mid-band. No, a couple of European stations on the FM. Bit of noise there. There's a bit of this car ignition noise. That. And turn the noise filter on.
Das war eine schöne, stabile Verbindung. Ja, das geht. Ja, da sehen noch zu, dass das die Antenne richtig anpasst.
Yeah, it sounds European, that does. Not sure which country. Can't tell by the language. It's can't really tell. Yeah. There's nothing on channel 6. Though there is, it's just the signal's just not carrying over on the skip. Oh. It's just not carrying on the skip. No, the ionosphere. Yeah, ionosphere, that might be too technical for someone like Spare Change. Yeah, CB radio's a little bit too technical for someone like that. That's very high-tech stuff, that is. Still does the same thing. You don't have to have a ham radio, just so it's got a wide display, so it shows a spectrum, so you can see the whole the band range, and you can see a signal transmitting down here or a signal there, and then you go to that, and then you can hear it instantly. Whereas the CB, you got click, 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 click. But basically, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. If it works, don't knock it. But if it's a Trinov and a Storm Audio, yeah, you got to knock it. It's a load of bullshit, all this Dolby Atmos. 164 channel, really? Is that all? Fucking crying out loud. But CB radio does more than that. It's pathetic. You know, they jumped the gun. They jump the gun and think, oh yeah, everyone's going to like it. But yeah, you could do certain things with mixing. It's easy peasy. It's difficult work, very difficult work, but it's still, the principle is easy peasy. You could piggyback an extra channel onto the stereo. As long as the stereo mixing is done super good, you could piggyback an extra channel, and then of course you need a decoder to decode it, to place that new extra sound in a different location position in the room, and then bam, you know you know otherwise when it's mixed in with everything, it sounds scrambled or diffused. You can't really tell. You think it's part of the stereo when it really is mixing it and throwing it off into a different direction. It gets extracted away from the recording, so it's minimized, so you don't notice it much, and then it comes out as a new channel, but it'll only be a hotspot mono signal. It could be Pro Logic 2X, and be able to do some steering, steer it around so the signal could go in, but it'd be better if it's discreet. But why 11 years of boring Dolby Atmos. Dear. It's like driving a crappy motor car for 11 years. Like having a crappy computer. More computers you have, the more they do the same bloody thing, for crying out. Doesn't beam me up, Scotty, does it? Nearly all the computers that we use, we only use a certain percentage of it. That's like our minds, which we only use a certain percentage of our mind. When it comes to computers, we bloody hell, there's lots of program things on there on most of the on most computers. I don't know what they're like now. They're completely bloody different. They're a load of bloody rubbish. You don't really own the computer, for Christ's sake. You buy this, buy that. It runs out. When you bought it years ago, it's on the computer. And then they manufacturers. Bill Gates, he sucks. Bill Gates needs another pie in the face, for crying out. Yeah, that guy needs to be catapulted with cream pies. Cream pies from above. Doom, drop them on him. Cream pie doom from above. God, that guy. God. Oh, and some of the rotten things he was talking about the last couple of years ago. Oh, that guy's so rotten. Cream pie for him. Oh. Oh, sugar me. Sugar. Oh, sugar. What was I going to get? For fuck's sake. Did I? Oh, yeah, I just ordered a recorder straight. Hard drive, floppy disk. Yeah. Let's see. That's it. I need a floppy disk player. the extracts, because I've got some floppy disks, and there's that thing with sonic whole overhead sound thing on some of those. I don't know what floppy disks I've got that on. Oh god, cracky! They've got so many floppy disk drives. USB plug in. Yeah, make the lead long extension, I suppose. Otherwise, it's going back and forth in the kitchen, crying out, because it's a short lead. I can put an extending lead on that. No, actually, I've got an extending USB lead. Yeah, because all it is just a USB. Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, it better work. I'll be pissed off if it doesn't. Okay, floppy disk drive tomorrow. I can see what floppy disk has got that something about sonic whole overhead sound. I'll be surprised if any of, because I haven't used the floppy disks in crying out loud. I hope the information is still on those disks. Gee, I have no idea, because they haven't been used in years. Gosh. Cats on amplifiers. My goodness, look at these cats on amplifiers. Cats on amplifiers. Meow. A cat on an amplifier. I'll explain it. Difficult. I was just responding to the Sigridge guy, the Sigridge and Travis and Sigridge guy. I saw a video where he was. So he was coming. Looked like he was coming out of a tunnel, or maybe a train that passes over, but couldn't really see him. And he looked completely winded, out of breath, thinking, "Has he got a health issue?" Suddenly, and he just replied, "Yeah, not all of London has got flat roads. There are some steep hills." And he looked pretty winded. I wouldn't be. I'd be bloody walking it up that bloody hill, not cycling up. Not in my condition now. My legs wouldn't make it. Blood circulation, and I'll lose. And that could cause an issue where I'd have to probably have paramedics coming out. Yeah, mostly London's all flat terrain. Unlike round here, it's up and down until you got to go miles until you get somewhere flat. Maybe I should move to Holland. I think that's where they have the Edam cheese. Yeah, that's it. The cheese. I had a most weird dream, though it's very unclarified what type of dream I had. It was very short, it could have been a long duration, but it seemed very short duration. Because I had some cheese sandwiches at the hospital. Had a couple of cheese sandwiches. And that manifested a dream that I had, I think it was today, or when I got home yesterday and went to bed, and it manifests a dream. Usually it takes certain type of cheese to manifest a dream. I've had other cheese, and I've had other cheese, and it didn't even manifest one single dream, unless I don't think the other cheese I can get hold of anymore. I think that's product might have been removed from the shops and such. Maybe because they were getting too many reports of it manifesting weird dreams that are a little bit too weird. Not normal dreams, just weird, totally weird. And I don't need total weird dreams. I don't mind pleasant dreams. I don't need weird ones that are. Anyway, I don't want to talk about weird dreams. Bloody manifesting cheese, for crying out. Maybe if I'd ate enough more of those cheese sandwiches at the hospital, yeah, it could have manifested a good dream, some good ideas. So I said I got some good ideas from some dreams that I've thought, wow, we'll type that down, and thought, wow, that was brilliant. I got one. I still remember it. Brilliant, but I can't talk about it because it's top secret. Make a great TV show or movie, whatever. That depends on the ratings. But it seems so flipping fantastic. Better than Technicolor, and certainly better than Dolby Atmos. It had sound as well. How the heck do you do that in the mind? It is absolute genius. And yet here we are with crappy Dolby Atmos from the minds of a few people around at Dolby Labs, and that's the best they can come up with. I think they need to eat some more cheese. I think they need to eat some cheese so they can manifest. So they could all be in the laboratory like that. Like this bloody bullshit Dolby Labs were pushing a couple of years ago with a scientist, Poppy Crumb, female Dolby Labs scientist. Oh, what a load of BS. Now I don't think they got a scientist that do it, because now all they do is these stupid, pointless blog videos that no one really cares about another movie coming out, or care about the sound design on that movie, this crappy Atmos, but no one really cares. Hasn't got a real big, huge following. Because no one cares about it. Wow. He jumps up, and I hear him at that level, and then he shakes, and I hear that at that level. You know, I hear that in a movie. I see a movie. It's always from the same position on the loudspeaker. How bloody dull and boring is that? Like I say, the loudspeakers behind the screen today should be a lot more advanced. You don't need this stupid Samsung crap with putting a video LED wall up on the fucking thing with bouncing sound. Oh, here we go again, bouncing bloody sound onto the bloody screen. Yeah, because it's reflective, and sound is going to reflect. Sadly, it's not. It's going to be crap for low frequency, crap for certain middle frequency. It'll be maybe a little bit okay for high frequencies, from what I've been testing in my lab, and using a piece of transparent plastic and a loudspeaker over there. It's playing pink noise, and I move its orientate in its position, and then I can focus. Literally, that sound is reflecting on that plastic and then going to my ear, and I can hear the top end. The RTA will pick it up on the microphone and show it. And whoa, whoa, what are you meowing at? What? What's up? Is there something in here? Can only be a moth or a fly. Can you see where it is, Bear? Can you see where it is, Bear? Oh, yeah. Bear's a bit of an alert cat, aren't you, Bear? You're alert, aren't you? Is there anything? Is there? I can't see anything in here, Bear. I can't see any fly, or can't hear any fly. Must be a moth. Can't see it. Must have landed. You okay, Bear? Bear, you okay? Yeah, you okay? See how if I can get a little bit well, eh? I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, Bear. I don't know if how well I'm going to feel tomorrow. If I feel okay tomorrow, Bear, I'm going to go and pick the bike up. If I feel okay, take you out on the bike. I'm just not sure if I want to go round down to town, because I might just go around this area. Yeah, I might go around this area. It's just the thinking about the roads, how many hills and such. But it go a little bit further and further and further. It goes a little bit more in part of Dorset, and it gets a bit more country like, rather than going the opposite direction where it gets a little bit urban. With I'll see how I feel tomorrow, Bear. The weather's okay tomorrow. I know the weather's okay. Weather forecast, I think, is temperature, because it's cloudy. It's a little bit overcast, cloudy. 19 temp. No, oh gosh, I'm looking at today. No, it's going to be 21 Celsius tomorrow, Bear. And frankly, I don't fancy cycling around in that temperature. I could leave it till the next day and the temperature would be a bit cooler. I could leave it till a little bit in the middle of the week. Temperatures will be coming down. Tomorrow's going to be a bit of a hot one. So I'm just going to get my bike and I'm not doing anything tomorrow, Bear. Possible rain on Wednesday, but temperatures 18, 18, 17 and 16 and 17 and 17. But yeah, Monday's going to be a bit of a hot one. So yeah, 21, that's peak. So I'll get down, get my bike early. Don't want to leave it till middle of the day. It'll be peaking at high temperature then. Give it a few more. What's it? Give it another hour or so rambling. So the last time I checked that battery, it was up to about 6 volt. It might be up to 8 volt by now. Might be up to about 8 volt, but I've got a funny feeling the actual cordless is something's there's a part, maybe the motor coil or something's broken on it. Anyway, I got a new one coming, so am I going to do my binaural dummy head tomorrow or the day after? For crying out loud, I want to get it done. Meow. You all right there, Bear? Go on, Mr. Bear. Meow. 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 Bear. I know. I think I know why Bear's doing that, because he thinks he wants to. He's telling me he wants to go on the bike. I could put the cat carrier, on the front of the. Make you feel like you want to go on the. You just don't. You rather. Yeah, the real thing. Yeah. You see how I feel tomorrow? No, I can't. The temperature's 21. Completely forgot. I've got to see how I feel on Tuesday, Bear, but no guarantee. There's no guarantee. I just got to control the balance. Oh, gosh. Whoa, golly. I'm itching. I want to go in the THX cinema. I want to go into the THX cinema. Hey, Bear? Yeah. Yeah. All these, spare change. He hasn't got THX, but then again, spare change, he wouldn't know THX if it fell on top of him. You missed that boat, I'm afraid, because I can tell how young you are. You're younger than me, and I can tell you missed the boat. You missed the 80s and 90s. You missed the THX. Yeah. I doubt if or any of the others on these clans, on these home theatre clans, I doubt they've been to THX cinema. I asked a few questions one time, and nope, probably never had it in their state or maybe in the state, but not necessarily, because the state can be pretty large. Maybe not the same town, But But there used to be worldwide, there used to be quite a few thousand THX cinemas, for crying out loud. And the state of the cinema sound today with digital cinema packages is atrocious. Absolute atrocious. Gone downhill. It's reverted back. They just want to crank it up at the top end, for crying out loud. But how much of the top end are we hearing at the cinema? How much top end am I hearing? I need to take a portable RTA to see how much reproduction of the high frequency is being, and then I think, oh, I could just about hear that. But bloody hell, it sounds more like it's a little bit lower down. It's a bit more, oh, crikey, it's painful because the frequencies are too easy. I can hear those frequencies far too easy. It's absolute atrocious today. The quality is gone downhill. It's like fucking Burger King. You go to a cinema, there's no style, there's no character to it, for crying out loud. It is junk. You go to a IMAX, load of rubbish. It looks like a bad KFC cinema, for Christ's sake. Presentations, gone. It's gone into the history books. The only place you would probably find a decent cinema around today, it's not going to be a IMAX one. It's going to be one that's 35, 70 mil. But, they're far and few between. They get more rare. They get more rarer. And, oh dear. Anyway.